Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to AiZen Tools. In this video, we're going to be exploring
Manus. It is the world's first general-purpose AI agent designed to turn prompts into completed tasks.
Make sure to like the video, subscribe, and share in the comments which AI you want me to review after this one.
I've been testing a new way to use an agent, and it's honestly the first time it feels like the AI is not just chatting with me, but actually helping me get real work done on my computer. Because most AI tools live in the browser, they can give you advice, they can write text, they can plan things. But the moment you say, okay, now open my folder, sort this mess, rename everything properly, create a clean structure, and prepare it for my editor, they stop. They can't touch your files, and you're back to doing the boring parts yourself. This is where Manus, my computer, changes the whole experience. Instead of being a cloud chatbot, it becomes an extension of your computer. You connect it to the exact local folders you choose, you approve access, and then it can actually organize, prepare, and execute the tasks you normally waste time on. And it works on both Windows and Mac, so you're not locked into a specific setup. Let me show you a practical workflow that I think most creators and teams will relate to. Imagine you're working on a sponsored YouTube video and your project folder is a complete mess. You've got raw recordings, screen captures, B-roll, voiceover takes, brand logos, a contract PDF, emails, notes, and random exports all mixed together. Normally, before you even start editing, you lose an hour just trying to clean things up. So here's my original test. I create a folder called Sponsor Video March, and I dump everything inside it on purpose. Footage files, audio, images, and a few documents. Then inside Manus, I go to my computer, add that folder, and authorize it. That's it. Now I can literally say, take this folder and turn it into a clean, production-ready project. Create subfolders for footage, screen recordings, audio, brand assets, documents, exports, and thumbnails. Move files into the right place, and rename them in a consistent format using date and type. Then create a simple project checklist in a text file so my editor knows what's inside. And it actually does it. It scans what's in the folder, sorts everything into a clean structure, and renames the files so they're readable. The best part is the little details. It can create a README file that summarizes what it found, like how many clips, what formats, where the logos are, and what's missing. So if you're sending this to an editor, you're not just sending a messy zip, you're sending a prepared project. Now, let's make it even more real. After the folder is organized, I ask it to create a delivery pack for the brand. I tell it, create a new folder called Deliverables. Copy the final script document and the logo assets there. Add a text file that includes the video title, planned publish date, and the link placeholders I will add later. Then compress the deliverables folder into a zip. This is the kind of task that sounds small, but it saves you time every single week. And because it's operating on your local files, it feels like having an assistant who can actually move things around for you, not just give you instructions. Here's a second original use case that's perfect for creators: repurposing content. Let's say you have a long video script or transcript and you want to turn it into short form content ideas, but you also want everything saved and organized for later. So I drop a transcript file into a folder, connect that folder in my computer, and I ask, read this transcript and generate 10 short hooks, 10 short video titles, and 5 pinned comment options. Save everything into a single document called Shorts Ideas, and also create a second file that only includes the best 3 hooks. Now, instead of copy pasting between tools, it creates the files directly inside your folder. When you open the folder, everything is there, ready. Again, this is not about replacing your cloud tools. It's about extending your workflow so the output lands exactly where you need it in your actual project structure. And the third use case I tested is the one that surprised me the most: building a small desktop tool from scratch based on a real creator problem. I asked it to create a simple lightweight app that helps with file naming and organizing for video projects. Something where you select a folder, choose a project name, and it automatically creates the same folder structure I always use and renames new files that get added later. So I told Manus, Build me a simple desktop app that runs on my computer. It should let me pick a folder, then it creates my standard structure and has a button to standardize file names. Keep it basic and functional. And the reason this matters is not the app itself. It's the idea that your agent can help you go from an annoying, repetitive workflow to an actual tool you can reuse. Even if you never ship software, having something custom for your personal workflow is a huge upgrade. Now I know the common questions people ask. First, do you need a Mac Mini or some separate computer always running? No. This is designed to work with your own computer setup. You run the desktop app, you connect the folders you want, and you control what it can access. Second, is your local data safe? The whole point is that you choose what folders it can work with. You can disconnect a folder anytime, and you're not giving it unlimited access to your entire drive. Think of it like granting permissions to a helper for a specific workspace. Third, how is this different from just using Manus in the browser? The browser experience is great for planning and generating content, but it can't actually operate inside your local workflow. My computer is what turns it into a real assistant, because it can work with your files and complete the boring execution steps. If you want to try it yourself, use my link to sign up and you'll get 1,000 free credits. So if you've been curious, this is a good time to test it properly. The link is in the description and top comment.